my name is Jeon-Chul and I came from North Korea in 2007.
So what do you do now?
Now I work. I graduated from university and I studied political science and now I work in the media field.
Wow, so did you study media before?
As I told you, I studied
Political
science. Yes.
So you studied in South Korea and you are TNKR student, right?
Yeah. So a student at TNKR because I got to know TNKR in 2015.
I see.
And I started studied English at that time. And I have been studying English at TNKR for almost 5 years. Yeah.
As you mentioned that you lived in North Korea in 2007, so
Yes.
it has been living in South Korea for 13 years.
Almost. Yes.
Almost. So could you tell us about your life in North Korea?
My life in North Korea. It was normal, because at that time I was a student at high school and middle school. So normally I went to school with friends, and after school I hung out with friends,
Yeah.
Like I went to Amnok River, the river which is between North Korea and China.
Yeah, so your hometown is near the Amnok River, the
Oh,
Yellow
so I
River.
didn't tell my hometown yet.
Yeah.
I am from Yangon province, Haesan. Yeah. So Haesan is next to China.
Yeah.
So next to China, and the border is Amnok River. Yeah. So I could see China all the time
I see.
from my life.
In North Korea.
Yes. I hang out with my friends a lot of times after school, and I normally went to Amnok River to swim.
I see.
Yeah.
So your favorite sport is swimming.
That's right. I'm really good at swimming. Yeah.
Wow, that's very
Yeah,
impressive.
I can cross the river.
Wow.
Which means I can go to China by swimming.
So what was the moment you realized that you needed to escape from North Korea?
I didn't realize myself like I had to, escape North Korea. But at the time, a lot of people in my hometown, even people who lived next to us, they went to China.
Wow.
And some people, like all of a sudden, some people were not living there, like all of a sudden they vanished. So, and then, they are not living here anymore, which means I thought they went to China.
Wow.
So the village, my hometown, it was kind of became empty.
Wow.
So, and my family was no exception because my family also went to China in search of a better life. Like we wanted to escape from hunger. And my family went to China first, and I followed them.
Okay, so you follow your family.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So at the time, I just felt I had to leave because my family was there.
So when you escaped, how old you were?
At the time, I was 14, 15.
14. So do you remember any feeling when it's when you escape? It's very scary. But what did you feel when you escaped? And just scared or?
I felt fear. Yeah.
Fear.
Because by the time I left North Korea, it was dark and winter.
Yeah.
So it was dark, so I had to cross the river, Amnok River. But the river was frozen. Yeah.
Wow.
Thankfully, yeah. So I just could cross the river by walking.
By yourself?
No, I had a so-called broker. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he or she guided me to cross the river. and I just walked, the river.
Mm.
But at the time, I also felt, like fear because,
Yeah.
it was dark and, crossing the river was illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So which means I have to, hide and
Yeah.
I had to cross the river silently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you made it when you were only 14 years old.
That's right.
Right.
At the time, I couldn't think anything.
Yeah.
Just
survive.
yeah. All I had to was to follow the broker.
Mm.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. So, you came to South Korea when you are 14.
Yes.
You made it. So
Yes.
when you arrive in South Korea, it must be hard, right? It wasn't easy. I
What do you
think.
mean?
So it wasn't easy to resettle down. So what has your adjustment been like in South Korea?
At first, it wasn't easy because everything was new to me.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we are the same race, like Korean race, but we can speak Korean,
Mm.
But as you know, North Korea and South Korea is kind of different in many ways.
Mm.
Like I had to even I have to learn Korean again because of the accent.
Yeah. Right.
South Korean accent is different than North Korean ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
And plus, there are a lot of things like from taking,
Buses and subways.
that's why I have to learn how to use public transportation, such as bus and subway, because I never used a card, a credit card or check card, when I was in North Korea. So since I came here,
Yeah.
there were a lot of things that I have to learn. Yeah.
What do you think about the resettlement is harder than escaping, or escaping is harder than resettlement in South Korea? What is your opinion?
I'm not sure. I think
Yeah.
they're the same. Yeah.
They are the
Because
same.
in terms of everything was new to me.
Okay.
Escaping and settling down in South Korea also easy. It's not easy.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I think escaping was harder.
Harder than
Because,
escaping.
I have to risk my life
Mm-hmm.
by escaping North Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
living in South Korea, I just all I have to do is I have to put my efforts
Mm.
in settling down in South Korea, and
Okay.
I can do it. Yeah.
Yes.